We're here at CMP again doing a little track walk before the Racing for ALS event here tomorrow, and just checking out a few things like the curbing and things like that that you may not always pick up on. So this is turn 2, so right after the start finish line, and if you look right here behind me, you can see there's fresh curbing. So they've really added a lot of curb here. Usually you can see where the green and white curbing is. That's the old curbing, but this is all new curbing. Now, I'm not exactly sure. I don't think that there's a big benefit unless you were like trying to pass somebody through here in a race. But, you know, because the apex is all the way back there, but it's interesting that it's out here. And we found more new curbing on the exit of turn 3. So that's a lot of curbing now. It is rough. So let me put the camera around here. So it's got drainage, and you can actually see it's been pooling water. So if it's wet, do not come out here on this. But it's pretty, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a pretty significant amount of drop off. But again, I guess if you were passing, because really the natural line is going to take you, you're not going to get onto the curbing if you're on the right line until out there. But it also looks like they've extended the gray concrete almost all the way down to the tire barrier. So that's a lot of concrete. I mean, the racers are probably going to love that. So this is turn 4, and it goes into the carousel. So what I like to do is I like to go fully up on this curb with my left tire and apex it right about here. And what that's gonna do, so come down the straight, go up on this curbing. You see a lot of people are doing it too. It's very flat, and it's a little slick, but not that slick. But what you want to do is you want to take the car up. You can actually get back onto full throttle, and then you want to take the curbing hard on 5. And sometimes I'm actually braking going over the curbing. It doesn't seem like it, but you can carry much more speed through this sector. It's not very long, but every second counts. And then you can actually get back into throttle after turn 5 and then maintain that speed as constantly as you can to the exit of the carousel. My first time of walking this portion of the track. It's kind of nice, but I didn't realize how much of an elevation rise there is coming up from 3 all the way to 4 and actually into 5. So my little scooter is actually struggling with my big heavy butt on it to get up this hill, but it's not insignificant. I always considered CMP very flat, but there's actually some camber going into 4, but it's pretty uphill. It's 3 to 4, but then at 4 to 5, it actually there's a little incline right there. So anyway, more information. We're getting probably into a few too many details for folks that may not be just hardcore junkies of CMP like I am, but they actually added a curbing extension into turn 5 as well. Again, I don't see any reason why you'd be out here. If you're out here, if you're in that shallow going into turn 5, you're either avoiding somebody or trying to pass somebody, but you screwed up. But it is here. Now, I do, like I said earlier, want to apex, go all the way right tire up onto 5 while I'm braking, and then re-accelerate. So I'll be doing about, I don't know, 55-ish at 5, and then accelerating back up to 70, 72 miles an hour until I reached the exit of the carousel.
So this is the sand pit right outside of turn 8. At SCCA Time Trials, there was a car that actually lost it and then ended up going through both of these tire barriers, and then it didn't go very far, but came to rest somewhere in this deep grass. And for some, it was high winds, high fire, but you can see it's burned, not the trees, but the grass burned quite a bit. Oh, sorry. Not the trees, but the grass burned quite a bit into the woods there. Obviously that pine got pretty bad, but it looks like they've rebuilt or maybe even added an extra tire barrier here to keep that from happening. Yeah, so there's melted parts of the car right there. So this must have been exactly, I mean, the car must have just gotten through the tire barrier and then right here.
I just want to add that the car was a loss, but the driver was okay. So minorly banged up, so no serious injuries. So the safety equipment acted like it should, and actually the exhaust system caught the grass on fire, or something hot under the car caught the grass on fire. It wasn't a mechanical or a result of the collision through the tire barrier.
I'm not sure what happened here. If they're just rebuilding or if somebody took out the corner worker station. I mean, it looks like they've graded here, but the porta potty's there, and it looks like they've set up a temporary structure, but I wonder what happened here. This is down, yeah, this is the down from turn 8 and before the kink.
So this is why a track walk is good. So since I was here last and I did a video here, they've extended the curbing at the kink. Now, most of the other curbing that they've added is just there to probably keep people from rutting up the grass. But this is actually potentially beneficial. So now I'm not exactly sure how far or how deep you'd want to take this, but this is brand new curbing from 30 days ago. So they've also extended the curbing leaving the kink. This is fresh concrete. It's also pretty wavy, just like the old curbing. So I would not recommend coming out here unless you're really kind of overcooked it. But it now goes almost into the braking zone for turn 12. So it's interesting that it's out here. I'm not sure, at least I wouldn't recommend using it, but it's here if you need it.